I'll go over, as always, BTC, Ethereum, USDT, Bitcoin dominance before I jump into other coins. So while I go over those things, if you guys want to just write down in chat what coins you want me to look at, and then I'll get to them once I'm done looking at BTC, ETH, and all that good stuff. Just make sure you guys can see my screen, right? Just to make sure. All right, cool. Okay, I'll wait a few more minutes for more people to join in. Thank you for the announcement, Jacob. Okay, we had a decent bounce from BTC here so far, and it's holding support. Always remember, support is support until broken, so there's no reason for you not to be, taking bids on support. You can't keep waiting for, don't wait for lower levels until your support's lost. There's no reason to start bidding down here yet. I just have this set up. I was showing an example to somebody, but there's no reason for you to start thinking that we're going to start going lower unless we broke support. So looking at Adam, what's up, bro? Glad you could make it. Soap is here too. Okay, I see some familiar faces. Cow is here. Naders is here too. Nice. Yeah. I decided to do, well, I was initially gonna do it at 3 p.m. EST, but I had some things going on, but 6 p.m. is fine too. A Rolex is here. Okay, great. Thanks for joining. Okay, let me get started on BTC. So we rejected from 66K once again. So that's the 65K to 66K level. That's mid-range level for me. As you guys can see here, we had bounce from here. And again, you can maybe change it up to 66K, but the 65, 60K region, not 65, 65 to 66K region has been a problem ever since we started making this range. So for now, I am looking at, let me go to 4 hours. So there's two things I'm looking at on the 4 hour. So we had, so here, let me use this. Yeah, I like using candle body here. Okay, so we had rejection here, rejection, right? Finally, we broke out here, flipped it into support, went a little bit higher, came back down. So we had a deviation. So went up, deviation, and then came back down, flipped it into resistance, and then we've been under 64.9 since then. We did bounce from a lower time frame support here. Right, we hung around for a little bit. Now it went up. It went a little bit higher. Now it's coming back down. So on lower time frame, if you are scalping this, you want to. For me, it's midnight. Oh, where are you from? So if you're looking on the 1 hour, you want to either. This is not going to hold again if it goes down lower. So if you're not already in from down here or from 63.3, you want to wait till 63.9 is flipped into resistance, and you can long that up until 64.9. Right, so you'll get a 1.6 move out of it, which is not bad for our scalp. For us to start being bullish again, I think we need a close above 64.9, and then it should send us higher up until 67.3 to 68K. So that's what I'm looking on lower time frame, so a 4 hour down to 1 hour. If we break the support again, then I am looking at this order block here. Set some alerts there. So you have an order block here. This demand zone is no longer valid because it's been filled more than 50%. It's filled all the way down. So I don't think it's going to hold again if it goes down to here, but we should get an initial reaction from at least the top of the zone again and the bottom of this order block. So I'm just drawing out all the possibilities that we may get. Okay, so that's on 4 hour and lower. So I will post this in chat, and then can you lower the quality? Yeah, I can do probably, here, let me turn it down to 720 and 60 FPS. So that should help you out. Yeah, I think the lag is on his end because I'm at 500 upload and download, so it's not a problem for me. So this is what I'm looking at for lower time frame for today. Tomorrow it's going to be different. On higher time frame, so we had a breakout of this downtrend, right? We reclaimed previous range lows that we had. We went back above 60.2K, 60.3K, but we never retested. So I am looking at a long, and I will bump this up a little bit because I am pretty sure it's going to get from there. So, okay, so entry around like 60. Let's put an entry right there. And then you have a 4-hour demand zone right here. So it's most likely going to come all the way down here and then balance, but I also have a feeling that people are trying to front run this demand zone to go on daily. It's basically where we had this candle formation start. So we had a daily close and then daily open and pump straight away. If you go to 4-hour, it looks a little bit better. But this level here, 60.2K, is very, very, very important to hold. Because if we don't hold, then we're going to go back under these, go back under the 4-month range that we had. And then most likely it's going to come down to 52K. 53, top of this zone, so that wick right there. And then if we have a mass liquidation, then all the way down to 50.5K. I don't think we go lower than this for now. But this is if we do something like this. So let's say we come down here, we go under 60.2K, 60.3K, whatever your level is, reject it, turn it into resistance again, and then go lower. If that happens, then I think we're going to go back down to 52K. But if we just, have a dump down to 60.2K and go up and close the daily above 60.2K, I'm still bullish. Until we lose 60.3K again, I'm not going to worry about 53 to 50K again. Because again, we haven't retested this trend line either, or this breakout here or here. So we can't really come down to anywhere within this area and bounce. As long as the daily closes back above 60.2K, I'm going to be bullish. So even if it comes down all the way down here to this support and goes back up and closes above 60.2K, I'm going to be bullish. Okay. So that's what I have for BTC. I haven't given out this long in my channel yet because I'm still monitoring the price action. Once we get closer to it, I'll probably make a call. But for now, I'm just seeing if we continue down or if there's a possibility that we just go up from here. Okay, those of you that joined late, again, just if you can mention the coins you want me to look at. I'm going to look at USDT dominance next, Ethereum and Bitcoin dominance. Then I'll go over some of the coin requests that you guys have. Okay, looking at Ethereum. Same thing for Ethereum. We rejected from this resistance here. Didn't do that. All right, so you had this support, came back down. Support turned into resistance, came back down, rejected once again. So for Ethereum, the ETF trading is gonna start on the 23rd next week. I think that's on Tuesday. So anything can happen from now until then. So for now, we're just ranging. We have a range here. So here's your range lows and your range top. So until either side is broken, you don't need to, be bullish or bearish. We bounced from range lows again. We haven't flipped to range high. So the easiest way to play this for now is you wait for this to be flipped into support and then long a flip of 34.92, or we have the bottom of this demand zone here that hasn't been touched. So we could easily come back down here. So I'll give you a setup for here. So possibly set up something like that. Right, take that up to target would be about 38.74. Or you can long that. So there's one setup that you can use. And then your other one would be down here, because we never retested this area either. So if BTC goes down to 60.2K, then ETH should go down here to 32-ish. So I would front run this a little bit. Yeah, I would use this. You can add a DCA down here. Okay, so those would be your two setups, three, if you count this arrow for Ethereum. And I'll look at USDT dominance next. Okay, so I had these arrows drawn out a couple of weeks ago, and it played out perfectly. So it was either flip this and then, we would turn bearish, order block up here, not order block up, the supply zone up here, or it was gonna bounce from here, go back up, reject that, continue down, which is what it did. So bounce from here initially, rejected, continue back down, turned into resistance, and then the level that I was eyeing was reached. So we had a nice bounce from 54K up until 63, not 63, 66K. So if I delete all of this, so USDT dominance is at support. If you go to 4 hour, you probably get a better understanding. So there's our 4 hour resistance, and we rejected from it, and it's going back down. So ideally, I would want it to continue, downwards from here. And I expect it to go down to 4.64 next. If we reclaim 5%, so if it flips this, then we should go back up to 5.26. Let me draw a better arrow for that one. So if it does this, if it does that, then I'm assuming this is where we go down to 60.2K, 61K for BTC, and 3,200 for ETH. We keep going down. So go on 4 hour. This is rejecting. So honestly, unless it flips 5%, I am eyeing 4.64% for the time being. I'll put that in red so it stands up. And then worst comes to worst, which is good for crypto. You're looking at 4.37%. Okay, there's that. Oh God, Kaiser is here. Please behave, Kaiser. Please don't start your racism in here. Oh, Tom Joe's here too. Hello, Tom. How are you? No, not the mango feed. Ban, ban Kaiser. Good to see you, Tom Joe. How you been? Have you been? Did you buy some coins a couple of weeks ago when we dipped, or still waiting for more clarification? Um, I personally think, and hopefully this time it's right, because the past 4 months have been absolutely fuck all and fuck everything. I think the if we flip 64.9K here, then we should go to new highs, honestly. It should. Or if we come down to 61 or 60.3K, that should be the bottom. Especially with, Ethereum ETF starting trading next week. I can expect one dip down, but other than that, we should start going up from here. Yeah, BTC pumped a little bit, so that's good to see. All right, let me look at Bitcoin dominance and I'll look at Sol and other coins that are. So Bitcoin dominance has been in this uptrend slash channel, however you draw it, right? Different people have different areas of trend line, but ultimately what I'm looking at is a weekly close under 54.11%. Until then, it's a range bound. So it's just been going down, going between 56 and 54%. So unless we get a weekly close under 54.11, I don't think we're gonna get that alt rally. I do think tomorrow and or the weekend we are gonna get a pump because of the way that SPX is set up. So if you look at S&P, SPX, so I posted this chart in my channel earlier. So we go on daily. We have this daily demand zone. Now it did hit the top of this wick, so it could reverse from here tomorrow. So it did bounce from the top of the wick today, right before we closed. But I would ideally like a quick dip to this area here tomorrow. And then Saturday, Sunday, we should see another, crypto pump like last weekend. MT Gox won't make people panic sell. I don't think so. I mean, I think we've already dumped enough um, down from 72K. We were like $1,000 from 53K, 52K. So I'm just gonna assume for now that it's being, that it got front ran because Bitcoin historically never lets you have, the entry that you want. It's always gonna do something that you don't expect it to do. So it's either you either get left out or you get screwed over because you didn't enter at the right time. So you either longed or you bought spot at 72K, um, or you had bids at 52K and they never got filled. Okay, so let me look at Sol. Uh, Rolex wants me to look at Sol. And then if you guys want me to look at any other coins, let me know about those too. So Sol has been giga bullish. So held support still, right? We have resistance, 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 got flipped into support, and it's pumping. You have, let me go on 2 hour trend line here. I can make this into sort of a flag. And I draw a pole. See, that's not what I wanted to do. So I draw a pole from here and on. Now I'm not saying that this is going to play out, right away, but we should. So you're looking at least 164 again. If it goes to 164, it should break through and we should see 174. Until the support is support, I'm not going to worry about any of these lower targets. There is support here at 151, but BTC is pumping. Sol is really bullish because of Sol BTC. So this should just continue higher. Yeah, I took classes from Arsh. I took classes from Neil, and I also took Magoo's class. Not a lot of people here know him. He doesn't do calls anymore. He's not an analyst anymore. But yeah, I did take Arsh's class and Neil's class. Most of my trading is based off of Arsh. Weatherman is too advanced for me. I'm not. I will let him do his ways of TA. That's too confusing for me, and I don't want to, overdo my TA because my TA works for me, so I'm not going to try to change it. So here's Sol BTC, right? At resistance. Next one is at whatever this number is, and then so anytime BTC pumps, Sol is going to pump like twice as much. So you're looking at least bare minimum 5% on Sol BTC. And if we're really, really bullish, then we're looking at 14%. So if Sol's pumping, then all Sol coins are going to pump. So Tensor, VIF, Bonk, Jupiter, JTO. Those are the coins you should focus on right now, in my opinion. You also have this uptrend for now, and then resistance there, and that's going to break through this time. All right, Adam, good to see you again. And Soap, have a good night, Soap. Thanks for stopping by. Got a work meeting coming up. Yep. Tensor. Yeah, let me look at Tensor. Now that Sol is looking incredibly bullish. Tensor. I haven't looked at this coin in 3 weeks. Okay, so Tensor, it's pretty easy. You had these lows here that it broke down from. This wick is only on Binance, so I'm gonna ignore it. But until this is flipped, or I mean, until this is reclaimed on the daily, I'm not looking to long from top here. There is order block down here, Kaiser. So I would look to long here. So either long, or you can probably put it down. Yeah. Long on flip of 56.56 or down at 50.63. Yes, reclaim is giga long. Okay, let's look at bonk. Okay, so bonk, pretty easy here. Flip 28.93 and you long, then you don't have anything up until 34. Otherwise, on lower time frame, I would say down here at this 4-hour demand zone. It's only going to come down if BTC dumps. So if BTC doesn't dump, then we're going to have to do the first option. Draw a better arrow. This one. There you go. Okay, there's that. And then I'll look at JTO and Jupiter. Yeah, same thing. A lot of these coins have the same charts. This order block got front ran by a little bit. We go on daily. Oh, okay. Oh, this is pretty easy too. So long on reclaim of 2.565 or buy spot. Otherwise, you're looking at this demand zone here, something like this. Let's do this. You can place a DCA down here. That wouldn't be a bad decision. And I would do manual stop loss, so not a hard stop loss, I'm sorry. I would do a manual stop loss. So yeah, let's do this. So yeah, manual stop loss on 4-hour closure under this level here. This. Okay, there's this one. And then let's look at Jupiter next. And again, if there's any other coins you want me to look at, please just type them in chat and I'll look at them. Doesn't matter what time frame, if you're holding spot, if it's in long term, that's fine. I can still look at it on a weekly. This is not what I wanted to draw. So Jupiter, Okay, so we broke out of downtrend. So this is good. It is at, there is a resistance here. And I can guarantee you this wick is just going to be on Binance, so I'm just going to ignore this wick. And your next resistance is over here. And have another support over here. Okay, so for Jupiter, and we also have a trend line over here. Okay, so I expect for now, I'll say, let me go on 4 hours. So it's gonna do something like this. It should reject from here initially. So come up here, reject. Once it reclaims, that would be your trigger to long, and you can go all the way up until 1.1534. Otherwise, you would be looking to long down here. Yep. There's that one. And there's that one. Okay. Any questions so far? Any coins you guys want me to look at? Please just let me know. Not literally anything, or if you guys have any general questions, any questions overall about the market. Yeah, definitely. So if you noticed all the charts that I posted and shared, I am primarily yep, I use support resistance, and I try not to use lower than 2 hours. So support resistance work on all levels, right? All time frames. The higher the time frame, the better it is. But any calls that I give out, it's going to be bare minimum. It's going to be a 2 hour time frame. So it has to be a 2 hour SR flip. Um, and then I also do trend line breakouts, as you can see in this Jupiter chart. I'm also a pattern trader, so I showed the bull flag on the soul chart, and then supply and demand zone trader. So the JTO chart that I posted here is based on 4 hour demand zones. I do look at RSI from time to time, not always, but that's usually like my last source of confluence. I have EMAs, I have 10, 21, and 200, but I only look at them on really BTC, especially the 200 EMA. And 200 moving average too. I got that one from Neil. You wait for breakout retest, or you open on breakout. So it depends. So the past 3 months, it's been better to wait for a retest because there's been a lot of fake outs. The past week or so, it's been okay if you longed on breakout because everything was so bullish. But I don't think we're at the point yet where we should be longing on breakouts. There are strong coins if a coin is strong. So like Sol, for example. Let me use Sol BTC chart, for example. So like this chart here, I am gonna long on breakout because of how many times it's tapped resistance. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the 10th time, right? So it's gonna break through this time. There is also a cup and handle here, which I didn't notice earlier. Let me draw that out for you guys. I would really focus on Sol for you guys. So there's a cup. There's your handle. And then your target for this would be probably this here. There you go. Okay, so I would long this on breakout. I also consider what's BTC doing. So if BTC is bullish or BTC is at support and a coin is about to break out, if BTC bounces, then the coin is definitely gonna break out. So I always look at what BTC is doing as well. Thanks for the stream, bro. Yeah, I can look at Pith real quick. Sure thing. Oh yeah, Pith is also a Soul coin. Totally forgot about that. This coin has been really quiet for a while, so Pith is okay. Let's go on daily. Oh, okay. So we have a daily SR flip in play, assuming this closes above in the next hour and 20 minutes, which it should. So honestly, I am gonna buy some spot. Pith, thank you for bringing this up. I appreciate it. I am gonna buy some spot, and I will make announcement about it once the daily closes. But let's go on 4 hour, right? So you have okay, so you have sort of a channel going on here. You can call it a falling wedge if you want to. There, that looks better. So once this reclaims this support, so you have support here. Well, you have resistance for now, but once it turns into support, so when it does this, then it should go up to here at least. And if Sol is bullish, and keeps staying bullish, then I don't see why this doesn't go back up to 40 cents. Good coin, yes sir. Good coin. Okay. Any other questions or coins you guys want me to look at? I would focus on Sol coins. Rolex. I literally looked at Sol when you told me to, and ETH. Uh, oh, good question. Honestly, I would say Sol because with the ETH ETF next week, I don't know what way it's gonna go. It can go up or down, but Sol, there's nothing going on, and then Sol BTC chart, like I showed you, is pretty bullish. So I would go with Sol. At least for the short term, right? You're more likely to get more returns out of Sol than ETH. Um, Now if ETH goes to 4K next week because of ETF, then oh well. I mean, Sol is gonna pump too. If ETH pumps, then all altcoins are gonna pump. So ICP, I'll look at ICP. Yeah, so BTC is pumping. Okay, let's look at ICP. I haven't looked at ICP in a long time. This is pretty good. Okay, so these are your two interests of level. It's going up now, but it's most likely gonna, you want it to do this, or you're long down here. It's most likely gonna, yeah, you don't want it to, here, let me redraw this. You don't want this to go up here and then, do this. This is a pretty easy long though, if it does come down here. This is on 4 hour. I just drew on the 2 hour because it's easier to notice and explain. We use 4 hour for this. So you have a 4 hour supply zone that it should reject from. Or if it doesn't, you just long once the level is reclaimed. So once 9.817 is reclaimed as support, then you can long again. And I would do manual stop loss. So if it comes back under, so if it closes under 9.817 again, then I would just cut your losses. Oh yes, how do you, sorry, I missed that. How do you choose your stop behind last low? It depends on the play, so I don't have a set rule on where I place my stop loss. So in this case, for example, if I were to take this long, I would place my stop loss under the wick here. If I longed here on this reclaim of this level, then my stop loss would literally be if this level is lost. So if this level is claimed as support, so I open it long, it goes up a little bit, then it comes back down and closes under 9.817 again, then that's a clear indication that the price is going to go down to the next level of support, which is down here. So that's what I look for. I always look to see where, how do I put this? I always see where the SR level is. So if my entry matches with the SR level, and if there's another support right under it, support or resistance right under it or above it, then I will most likely place my stop loss under, not under, I'll do a manual stop loss. So what I did with FTM, and it did bounce, unfortunately. I was debating DCAing into this, but I just didn't. So here I had a manual stop loss under 4.773. Reason being because there was support here, right? So we had resistance, resistance finally broke out, flipped into support, and then it was range bound for a little bit, then it continued higher. So ideally, not ideally, theoretically, if the price closes under this again, then you would expect it to come back down. But in this case, there was also more support down here. So I was actually reflecting over this once I closed it. So what I should have done, I should have done something like this, just because of this demand zone over here. I should have placed a DCA at this level at 4778, and my stop loss to be do a hard, that's in the way, do a hard stop loss under this order block or demand zone, whatever your definition is of either of them. So if I would have done this, and I wouldn't have been stopped, and I would have been close to, getting closer to break even. So yeah, it just depends on the type of play. So I don't use a set method each time. Yeah, you're welcome. Anybody else have any other questions? I will just say now, focus on Sol coins. They are, Sol BTC is really bullish. So I would look at the coins that I looked at, see if you can find an entry on some of those. Here, and I just made an announcement about it, so people that are not here can know about it too. You're welcome, Rolex. Oh, so now you're telling me you've known me since like bullish? Wow, I see how it is. Okay, I'm glad that it's helping. Um, that's what I want out of this. That's good. Thank you. Thanks for the feedback. Um, yeah, I'll look at ton. Ton has been quiet for a little bit too. It's just been ranging, going sideways. So with ton, let me redraw all this. Bounced from support. So ton, this is the major level to break, 7.63. Until then, it's just range bound, so it's just been in between. I honestly think they should, and it will flip 7.643 this time. So something exists, and it should go to new highs. My target for this was 9.9 based on fib levels, and I double checked it with one of my friends who really likes to do fibs. So I would look at that. Otherwise, honestly, I wouldn't touch this. It can come back down all the way till 6.4. Otherwise, I wouldn't, bother with ton for the time being. Adam and Eve on 2 hour. I don't see an Adam and Eve here. Um, so Adam and Eve would have been if it. So this is what Adam and Eve looks like, right? So you have something like this. So you have a V, then you have a U, and they have equal bottom or close to equal bottom. If it's not equal, then it should line up with like a diagonal trend line. So maybe something like this. Oh, for Miro. Okay. I feel stupid now. Let me look at Miro. Um, yeah, I don't see a Adam and Eve for my row. It's reclaiming the support, so that's good. It has reclaimed as long as it closes above. Um, but yeah, I don't see a Adam and Eve here. Can you show me your chart? Yeah, it just looks like consolidation, normal consolidation, like Harsha said. But I will say this is reclaiming support, so if it does reclaim, then it should go back up to 15, and then you're looking at 17 and 22. Otherwise, I would long down here. It already hit the demand zone, but you can try longing again. Maybe you can lower your entry a little bit and then widen your stop loss. Or you can do this as well. After the 4-hour close, don't ape in right now. Which is literally in an hour and 4 minutes. So you can wait an hour and 4 minutes. Oh God, Professor is here. Well, that's great because I'm very close to finishing my stream, so we don't have to deal with his toxicity and ego for a long time. It's 4:30 now, and I blame Iron. Okay. Oh, do you want to take over? Do you want to stream? Are you gonna do a member stream, Professor? Let's see you do a stream. Let's see how good you are under pressure. Nobody said they don't like harmonics. Everybody likes harmonics, right? Especially because not a lot of people. Oh, he said what pressure? He said what pressure? That's crazy. Middle name is pressure. Okay, let's see you stream then. Let's do a member stream. Okay. I'll quit in a little bit, and then you can start yours, and then I'll follow along. Let's do that. Want to hear a baby screaming? Okay, your mic should cancel it out. I mean, it's okay. I mean, since you are so good at, harmonics, we can, bear through a stream of a baby crying. It's okay. It's not going to bother us. Maybe she could teach. Wait. No, 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 no. We want to learn from you, not from your baby. Baby or professor doesn't matter. You know what? You're right. That makes sense. Same thing. Uh, opioid. I can look at one more. Definitely, yeah. Just let me know which coin. Not. Okay. Good coin. Well, it's a shit coin, but it's been running, so good choice, I guess. Okay. We have a trend line here. Should break out. Support. Resistance. I would long on breakout of this trend line and retest because not does a lot of fake outs. Illiquid coins do that a lot because they just don't have enough liquidity, so they might break out initially, but there's not enough, liquidity to keep pushing. So it's just going to come back down. So I would wait for a breakout. And at least if you don't want to wait for a retest, make sure it closes above the trend line. And actually, I'm going to set my alerts for this because I am interested in this. And it should go up until 1735. And it's been tapped 1, 2, 3. It's going to be the fourth tap, so I wouldn't be surprised if it does go a bit higher. Possibly till 1973. Or there's a small 4-hour demand zone here at 1818, so it might stop there too. So those would be your TP. If not, long down here again. How much is this? You could do that. But most likely this is going to play out, but we'll see. You have resistance there as well. Okay. So I'm gonna stop there. I gotta get going, but I hope everybody, I was able to answer everybody's question and that you learned. I had a long day today, so I sound more monotonic and boring than usual. So I apologize and thank you for bearing with me and getting through an hour of the stream. Um, Good night to Harsha. He's in India. It's 4:30 for him, but he's still here. So thank you for your support. If you don't follow his channel, please follow his channel. He's a really, really, really good trader, better than me. So yeah, definitely follow him for max gains. Thanks Tomjo again for stopping by. Professor said debatable. He's always trying to cause arguments, even though it's not Friday. But we'll allow it. We like to have some drama, otherwise it gets boring. It's Friday for you. Okay, that's fine. All right, well, everybody have a good day, good evening, good night, wherever you are. The professor is now a speaker, so I'll let
Good
him.
night, bro. I got FA for you. Harmonic. Harmonic.
Oh, taken. Which coin is it?
Which coin we're longing, baby? She's talking so much, you got scared of your voice now. Damn.
Oh, my bad.
What, we're longing something? Okay, deep both. Is there a coin like that?
Yep. Did she said DBO?
I think she said DB, but maybe bot? You meant bot?
No. DBO is Ralph's Mech username. So we have to ask Ralph.
All right. All right, you called it. Full
So
port.
yeah, she's saying to ask DBO, which is Ralph, for a coin. So we'll ask Ralph what he thinks.
All right, cool. All right, take care,
All
bro.
right, all right. See you guys.